Okay, guys. So we are going to discuss about first what is workgroup and domain, and just what is a active directory. That's the first we will discuss. Then we'll see if we have time. Then we'll discuss about other things. Okay. First one is what is a workgroup? Very simple, like peer-to-peer we draw now, so it's the same concept only. Whereas workgroup is an individual piece. Okay. Workgroup is a decentralized administration. It means it won't have any centralized control to control our systems. All our systems are workgroup pieces only. I have a laptop. It is in my workgroup only. It is in my workgroup only. How to check you're in a workgroup or not? So go to settings, system, scroll down, go to about. So there, rename this PC advanced. Click on rename this PC advanced. So it is showing I'm in a workgroup. Workgroup name. Or you can click on change. You can see this is your computer name, member of workgroup. My PC, member of workgroup, and workgroup name is workgroup. Okay. My workgroup name is workgroup. Workgroup name can be different, but it's a member of workgroup. Okay. So every system or a PC has their own administrator. The workgroup PCs has their own administrator. My user account is administrator. Okay, my user account is an administrator. So yeah, you want to know you are an administrator or not. So go to settings. Where is accounts? Go to accounts. Your info. You're an administrator. So current login account is an administrator. Okay. So what is meant by administrator? So you can control. Okay. So you, with that user account, I can change my settings. Tell me.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking. Then it is a network problem. So 1 second, I will connect. There's wide connectivity. Guys, are you able to hear now?
No, sir, not clear.
Well, maybe that's my internet volume. Guys, here it is. There is a systems are in the network. These are all work group pieces. It means they has their own account. Now this is okay. So they are connected in the network. Okay, already I told it does not mean there are in a bus topology. It's a representation of devices in the network. Okay, device is connected to your network. I have a PC, like for example, this is my PC A, PC B, PC C, and PC D. Okay, so in PCA, I have an account. So for example, Amit is a administrator. We say Amit PC. PC name is PCA. The account is PC Amit. He is an administrator. So any changes in PCA can be done by Amit only. Okay, you can do settings. You can install applications. You can uninstall applications. You can change the system background wallpaper kind of stuff, right? So you can change network settings. You can create a local group policies for that PCA system. Okay. For example, I have a so I need a small names, not big names. Anand is there. Okay. And Neetu, another easy name. So we have a Shiva. Shiva is also easy name. So I have a 4 computers in network. So Amit account is in PCA, Anand account in PCB, Neetu account in PCC, and Shiva account in PCD.
Sir, your
So
voice.
Amit can able to log in. My voice still breaking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's not even reacting. Why it is not testing faster? It is testing. It's around. My internet is good. I said internet is good. So no application problem currently. See. Okay. So maybe it will be just in a minute. Okay. How many tabs are open? So close other tabs. This one also. Yeah. So it is my what it means. Amit is a administrator of PCA. Anand is a administrator of PCB. Neetu is a administrator of PCC. Amit user account and password store in PCA. Anand user account and password store in PCB. Shiva user account means user Shiva name and its password stored in PCB only. Okay. If in case Amit want to log into PCB, he cannot log in. He cannot log in. Why? Because of Amit account, user account or password not available in a Anand. Where it is. Okay. So there are small changes. There is a small text it is. So every PC has their own administrator. Every PC has their own administrator. So in Amit, in a PCA, administrator is Amit. I am not able to. So Amit is a local administrator of PCA. So what he can able to do, he can change settings, he can install, uninstall an application, he can give permission to others like that. So Amit can manage PCA, but not other PCs. Like he cannot able to manage PC B, C or D because Amit account is not there in other PCs. Okay, the Amit username and password stores in the PCA only. Here it is. Use need to user information means username, passwords is stored in PCC, not in other PCs. Okay, guys. So, for example, you have a laptop with you, you have a desktop or laptop with you. So, I have my own laptop. I can administrate. So, it is my laptop. Okay. So, what I want to do it, I will do it. No control kind of stuff. But if in case you're in an organization, there's a lot of desktops are there, laptops are there. So I want to manage this multiple laptops or desktops. So what I have to do? I'm a controller. I'm the person who is an administrator, a desktop support engineer, or a server engineer. I'm there. Okay, so I cannot able to manage each and every piece. I have to go to PC and have to do settings. Okay, how to do install applications. Okay, how to apply rules. So that is I have to go. For example, it is 10 PCs are there. It's okay. 30 PCs may be little difficult. Think like 50 PCs are there, 100 PCs are there, 200 PCs are there. It's difficult to manage by going to one by one work group PC. Okay. Then what I have done, so I created a domain. I kept all my devices into a domain. So that's it comes to the picture with a domain. What is a domain? Guys, here it is. The domain is centralized administration. Centralized administration. So there is a centralized controller called a domain controller, which is nothing but a server. Centralized domain controller. This is nothing but a server. Domain administrator. There is a account called a domain administrator account in the domain controller. Is admin for all the systems in the domain. Is administrator for every. We can enforce various type of settings to large number of users and
Voice
computers in the domain.
is breaking.
My voice is breaking. 1 second. Can you able to hear now without breaking?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers in the domain using group policies. So our entire domain users, computers, groups, services, resources are a centralized server, which is nothing but our domain controller. Domain users can log into any domain computer. Okay, so this is the points in the domain. About a work group, once again I will tell guys, decentralized administration means no centralized control. Every PC has their own administrator. The administrator can manage their PCs. They can install applications, they can uninstall application, they'll create their own local group policies. They can do it. Okay, so it won't work based on other server. It is individual one. Okay, once PC user cannot log into other PCs. Why? Because of user information, password information, and user settings stored in their own PCs only, not in every PC or not in a central one. You can control or manage individually. So you can go to each and every PC and you can manage in an organization kind of stuff, not centrally. More number of PCs or systems are there, it's difficult to manage individually. Okay, so then domain coming to the picture, right? So here I told about workgroup, then what about a domain? Domain also same picture, but one difference is there is a server. This is my centralized server. You have devices. So here you have a PCs, PC1, PC2, PC3. Actually, I need more PCs. At least 5 PCs are required to take this part. And reduce size, so then we'll get a more gap. The server need a size. Okay. So why I need a 5 PCs? Because to tell a difference between domain and not in a domain kind of concept. It is a PC5. Okay guys, this is my domain controller. What is a domain controller? It is nothing but a server. For example, server name is server A and it is nothing but a domain controller. What is this domain controller contains? Contains Active Directory database. Okay. There is a database, Active Directory database. The database contains information about computers, domain computers, domain users, services, and resources kind of stuff. So I'm going to add one more here. That is okay. I have a printer, which is in the also domain. So resources means things like your printer. Okay. I have a printer. The printer name is, for example, P1. My PC2, my PC3, PC4 are in the domain. And resources like a P1. Okay. Resources. P1 is also in my domain. Okay, guys. So this
Yes,
is
sir.
about my yeah. Okay. So to add a PC, like this is a workgroup PC earlier, I am adding these devices to a domain. How I added devices to domain? We don't have a server right now. I have a server, but it will take a lot of time to open. Simply go to system, about, rename this PC in advance. Okay. We are in a work group, right? So just click on change. Okay, just click on member of, click domain and put the domain name. Every domain has a domain name. So put their domain name, latif.com or latif.local, latif.in, like this. That is a domain name is there. Okay.
Sir, where can we find the domain name?
Actually depends upon configuration. Means when you are installing domain controller, that time only it has to be mentioned. Okay. So in settings, system, about, go to rename this PC, then you will get this one. Go to change and select a member of domain, put your domain name. Okay. For example, latif.com, abcd.com, contaso.com, example.com, like that we can create. So that is yeah, good question. That is, if I have already a if I have already a domain controller is there, it means already domain is created in your organization. So then we are able to join into the domain. Okay. So I'm not creating a domain. So if I have already existing domain in my environment, so my system can able to join there. Otherwise not. For example, Savantis.com. It is a domain is there, existing domain, and domain controller is there, the domain name is created. Now I can able to join. Okay. And one point, guys, member of domain, it is grade. Here we can able to highlight something, but it is grade. I cannot able to select it. You know why? Because of my PC is Windows 10 Home Edition. Windows 10 Home Edition. Okay. So once you are joining to the domain, so you are a of a domain. If you are a member of a domain, your information is go to domain controller. Okay. In domain controller, in Active Directory database, your machine name will be there. It means those are mentioned here. There are in the our domain. Okay. For example, I am creating latif.com or contaso.com, something like this for our understanding. This domain is latif.com domain. Okay. So these are a member of our domain. So in my domain controller, I am creating users. User 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, user 5, user 6, user 7, user 8, like that. I create users in my domain controller. So that information stored in my Active Directory database, and also added my printer in my domain controller. So it is also part of my domain now. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in a PC, there will be only two users will be there, or any number of users will be there. Like you have written user one, user two. So only two users
Good.
will be there, or
Very good. Very good. Yeah, very good question. So in domain controller, you can create a multiple number of users. 10, 20, 30 users also you can able to create it. Okay. So yesterday I forward one practical video. There I have created multiple number of videos. I forwarded and I just added. Guys, also I updated in the Google Classroom. So if you are feel difficult to find in your WhatsApp, okay. So all the videos I post in WhatsApp, if you feel it is difficult to find, check in Google Classroom. I think still you have that link, okay. So batch 15 servers and services. So for DHCP DNS, things. This is 15. Okay, so I will try again. So compulsory try to go to work group and domain. There is a practical part is also we have discussed. Show our videos. Yeah. Okay. Also, I will share now only. It's look like a very big video, but you can skip once you understand from here. Once you understand this work group and domain concept, so you can skip it from here. Great. And I have details of things here. Some details are given. So after 45 minutes, okay, so I have to see. This is work group and domain. So this is also work group and domain. Yeah, this part here it is splitted. Okay. So guys, I will try to show you if how much it is there. The first one is this is the client side. So in a client already domain controller is created and it is added to domain also. Already it is Latif.com. Okay. So this is little old version of Windows 10 and it is an enterprise edition. So Pro and enterprise editions you can join into the domain, not a home editions. So mine is already joined into the domain. So you can see domain. So my client PC, that is CTS3 Win C1, it is already joined into the domains. That's it is member of domain Latif.com. Okay. If you want to come out, you can join into the work group and then join into another domain also possible. Okay. Member of domain name is Latif.com. So I am the member of Latif.com. Already joined. If it is not joined, so this is how we can able to go to option. So once you are joined, then you can completely again re-explain things. So this side is now it's my server, guys. Okay, my Windows server is there. It's not started. Okay, yeah. So I open in my server Active Directory users and computers. You can see there is a 2 users in our view, and here we have a 2 more users, and there is certain groups are there. Okay. In development, I created some other users like this. Pratiksha is there here. Okay. Akram, not our Akram, it is that time best tree that Akram. Okay. So I'm creating a user. Just look at how I'm creating a user. Okay. So I created a user.
Sir, from where you have opened this dialog box?
This one.
New object user, this one.
You cannot do it because you need a server in the server. Okay.
What, sir?
In the server. In a server 2016 server. Okay. So I made it as a domain controller and I created a user in it. So I created a user in the server, not in the Windows 10. Okay. Now my client PC is already in domain. So I have to log in with the user in my client PC. I want to log into my client PC. Okay. With the user which is I created in the server. Pausing it. Things what I have done in server, I created a user Ashwini. Okay, I created a user in server. Means it is a domain controller. So in domain controller, I created a user. I want to log in to a client PC. That is my Windows 10 PC. It's a client PC. I want to log in with this user Ashwini here. So that's what I'm trying to do it. So I sign out from current user. Now I'm logging. I go to other user. So I'm already in domain. Sign into Latif. That is my domain name. That is the one way to log in. Another way to log in is also there. Means how to give username in the username box. Okay, guys, I didn't create Ashwini user in my Windows 10. I created Ashwini user in my domain controller, that is a server. I'm logging to Ashwini in the client PC. Okay, this is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it is logging in. It takes time to log in, that's why I'm skipping. This part I trying to, okay, so Ashwini, you got login to client PC. Again, this is server part. So this is first step, best step. What is that message it is showing? But okay. Okay, so a link I already given. So try once. What you do, skip first 45 minutes. These are all again explanation. Okay, you can not watch also, no problem. This is entirely work group and domain kind of stuff. From here, I showed some practicals. So how this work, and also how to reset a password kind of stuff also. Okay, guys. So here we are start. I created users in the domain controller in the server. Now I want to log into my domain computers. Okay, domain computers in the domain called a domain computers, users in the domain called a domain users. I want to log in to PC1 with user1. I can log in, but what will happen? So user1 details are available in PC1. Is user1 details in the PC1? No, right? Why? Because of I didn't create user1 in a PC1. I create user1 in the domain controller. So domain controller having both username and password. So what it will do, it send a request to the domain controller for authenticating user1. So user1 is trying to log into this particular PC, verify user account and tell me is it correct one or not. So my domain controller verified and telling to PC1, yes, this user1 is verified, means authenticated. Authentication and authorization. What is authentication?
Confirmation.
Yes, very good. Confirmation, verification of identity, username, password is correct, then he got authenticated. Authorization, allow user to access or deny user to access. So first of all, user one will get authenticated by domain controller. So then is authenticated user. And again, user one asks, may I access PC1 or not? Then domain controller will tell you, yes, you can able to access. That is called a authorization. So your domain controller is doing authentication and authorization also. Same way, I am going to access PC2, user 2, PC3, login with user 3, PC4, login with user 7, PC5, want to log in with user 5. So, question is, user 1 can able to log into PC1, user 2 can able to log into user 2, user 3 can able to log into user PC3. User 7 can able to log into PC4. Because of domain users can log into any domain computer. Okay, so first, second, 3, 4. But fifth one, I got a doubt. User 5 try to log into PC5. Can he able to log in or not? Can user 5 can able to log into PC5 or not? See this list of data here.
No, he will not be able to log in.
Any answer? Okay, why?
Because PC5 list is not there in the computers list.
Very good, very good. PC5 not in this list. It means PC5 is not in our domain. PC5 is not in our domain. It is in my network, but not in our domain. It is outside of my domain. Very good. That's the point. Okay. Users can able to log into their domain computers, not outside of the domain. That's why the domain, which is we call it as a administrative boundary of users and computers. So that's why our Active Directory domain or a domain is the definition of domain is administrative boundary. This is the administrative boundary of users and computers. That's a domain definition. Where it is gone, it's become very big. So here I have written some text. So that is also same text as we are discussing like this. User information means username, password stores in the domain controller. Computers joined in the domain called a domain computers. Okay, computers which is joined in our domain is a domain computers.
Sir,
Users
what
in the
will
domain called a domain users. Yeah, tell me.
sir, what will happen to the user 5 then?
User 5 can able to log into PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4, not in PC5. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Domain user can log into in their any domain computers. So user 5 is a domain user can log into any domain users, domain computers outside of the domain, not outside of Latif.com domain or any other PCs or Workgroup PCs or other domain PCs. He cannot log in. He can log into his own domain. Domain admin account is an administrator of all devices in the domain. Domain user log into domain computers. Domain controller authenticate users. Domain user log into domain computers means user 1 is trying to log into PC1. So who is authenticating? Domain controller authenticating that user. That's it is. Domain is a centralized administration concept. There is a centralized controller called a domain controller, which is nothing but a server. We can enforce various type of settings. So one point is from workgroup to domain. So why we need a domain? You have a huge amount of systems are there. So we cannot able to go to each and everything to do certain settings, installations, uninstallations, some potent policies you cannot able to do by individually. So what we can able to do, we can do centrally. It means we are enforce different type of settings. Like I'll create a group policy here. Group policy I create and enforce these group policies to I do certain settings. Okay. There is a different group policy settings. Enforce various type of settings. The large number of users and computers. So I can enforce these settings to everyone like this. This computer and this computer. Okay. Which one I wanted, which type of based on user or a group, I can able to enforce those settings. Enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers in the domain using group policies. Okay, so the domain user can able to log into any domain computer. So where is this? So this is a group policy window, guys. So I have created two policies, desktop wallpaper policies and IE restriction policies. Two policies are there. So I think I have not done that policy part. Just I showed a policy part. Policy part I did not.
Remaining.
Yeah, tell me.
The topics remaining for us.
So DHCP, DNS, two parts.
Okay, two parts. Okay, sir.
As you know, I collected, I told everything. My VPN is there. VPN, what is VPN?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I will tell DHCP, DNS. I will forward about what is VPN statements. Okay. You can easily.
So, like tomorrow will be our last class for.
No, tomorrow no class. This is today. Is your last class.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So in this one, so I specifically showed, guys, if in case a ticket, okay, service request ticket it is. So user forget his password. I created a password for a user, right? User is login working. So one fine day is unable to log in because he is forget password. User forget a password. What he done? So he contacted service desk and telling unable to log in or I forget my password. What service desk we will do it? It's not incident, it is wrong. Okay, actually it is service request only. Unable to log in is a incident, but forgetting password is service request. So it will be the ticket is go to the server administrator for a service resetting your password. So what server admin will go to the server, right click on your account, select reset password. Okay. So now he is resetting the password. He given a new password. Click OK. Then password is given to the user. User is try to log in with a new password. Now user is successfully logged into the password. It means ticket should be closed. So user is logging with a new password.
Sir, if we don't want to use any password,
That
then
is, yeah, there is also a policy that you don't want to use any password for login. There is a
yes,
policy for
we
that one
want
also.
to log in easily once by clicking on your admin. I want to open easily once by clicking on admin.
By clicking on your username, you can log in directly. For your PC, that is your concern. Okay, my PC, my concern, right? In my laptop don't have any password. If someone is trying to log into my password also, they will confuse like this. Highly secured laptop. Even I don't know where it is located, which document, where it is located. Okay.
Sir, where we should go to remove our password? Can you tell me or
You
show
can
me?
keep your password if you are a home user, it's little difficult, but local user MGR. It is not MSC. I don't know whether it works or not in home PCs. Of course, we have several options. It's not there. It's just showing plus mark in a home PCs. Second one is go to settings, account. This is sign in options. So try in sign in options. So you have already password, then you can try to change the password or remove the password if it is not there. I don't have a password for my system. Try
Yeah, okay, sir, got it.
okay, resetting local admin password also there here. Local account password resetting. So go there and remove. So don't give any password, empty the password. Okay, got it? The here in this one last point, yeah, this is the one which we required. Where is my screenshot? What happened to my screenshot? It's not good at all. In video it is there, but my PC, my screenshot. Again, guys, Windows 10 Home. Windows 10 Home cannot join into the domain. Okay. Okay. So mine is Windows 10 Home, but this is in the settings, system, about, rename this PC. Then you will get this one. You are already in Workgroup. So go to change, select member of. If you are in a PC, then in this box, put the domain name of your domain if it is there. Then click OK, and it asks for authentication, OK, and OK, close, and it asks for restart now, restart. Okay, So this is how to join into the domain. So also to know whether you are in a domain or a work group. What is that? This is the small. What is a active directory? This is another important question, guys. What is an active directory? What is an active directory? Of course, it is a Microsoft service. In year 2000 means in Microsoft servers from so many years it is there, so many versions are there. But in year 2000, Microsoft started a Active Directory services. Before it is service is different, that is different type of authentication, domain controllers, okay, PDC, BDC concepts are there, but that they change entire system into the service called a Active Directory. It is a Microsoft service from 2000 at a Microsoft Windows Server 2000 and 2003 also Active Directory. But in Server 2008, the Active Directory service name changed to Active Directory Domain Services, because Active Directory Domain Services means ADDS, ADCA Certification Authority, ADRMS Right Management System. Like that, there is a totally 5 Active Directory services are created. And our Active Directory is Active Directory Domain Services since Windows Server 2008 onwards. Before that one, Windows Server 2000, 2003, it is Active Directory. Okay, so that is, you will find an answer in the any Google site, but important is not that one. Important is the Active Directory domain. Already I told, a logical administrative boundary of users and computers. And what is an Active Directory or Active Directory domain services? There's a 2 points are there, guys. These are the 2 points are very important. Active Directory having a database. It's a directory service. 2 services it is giving. One is directory service, means database service, authentication service. Okay, 2 points important: Active Directory, database, and authentication. What is the database contains? User information, computer information, group information, services, and resource information stored in the Active Directory database. When user is trying to log into domain computers, so Active Directory authenticate that user. It authenticates users when they log into domain computers. The different statement, I've written one statement: user and computers authenticates user and computers when they log into domain computers. So it will check, is it will authenticate, it will verify user identity when they log into, when user is trying to log into domain computer. Okay. Okay, guys, these 2 points are important. What is an Active Directory? Okay. Active Directory database. So when you got first to mind, what is database means? It contains information. What is information? User information, computers information, group, service, resource information. At least user, computer, groups, 3 names, at least remember. And also it will do authentication. To whom it is authenticating? Users. When user is logged into the computer, it will authenticate. Okay. And 2 points. Okay. We discussed 2 points, means for each point there is 1 point. It is, we have an Active Directory database. Database is there, means there is a database name is also there. No, there is a database. It means database also having name. The database name is NTDS.DIT. The Active Directory database name is NTDS.DIT. New Technology Directory Service, Directory Information Tree. Directory Information Tree. New Technology Directory Service, Directory Information Tree. Of course, Active Directory also doing authentication, right? To authenticate, it use a protocol called Kerberos. 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 The port number is 88. Okay. Another authentication protocol is LDAP, 389 port number, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. Okay. Guys, got it? What is an Active Directory? So I told totally there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try to tell in interview if they ask. I want to add one point here. Azure AD, because now we are in the era of cloud, right? So a lot of people think the cloud is something different. Now we don't need to do anything. We are getting from cloud. So we don't need it to any data centers or any specific application running, require any website building. We have cloud. Cloud is also a infrastructure. Means cloud is also a data center. Cloud is just a concept. Cloud is not a technology. Cloud is a concept. Like you cannot able to maintain your own data center, or you cannot maintain your own server. Okay, you need a services. You want to run a server, but you cannot able to buy a new server. So what you will do? Contact a cloud service provider and get a new server. Okay, get a server. Pay as you go. Pay as you go. Okay, so I'm adding this cloud part. Already I think I told to you. Okay.
Sir, that cloud management, they may be also saving this data on a physical device only, no?
Yes, everything is physical only. So cloud does not mean that which you can see outside. There is a cloud. It's not that
No,
cloud.
no. Means
Very good.
I mean,
Yeah, you
see,
are correct. That's the point you said, original point. Okay. So a lot of people think, I said, generally people think, so it's nothing, it's cloud, I stored in cloud, I am using a cloud, so it's not there. It's not like that. It is not there in your premises, that's it. It's somewhere. It is somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good, very good. That's the point you said, correct. Okay, so accessing your infrastructure. Infrastructure like a servers, Windows server, Linux server kind of stuff. Applications, network, storage, to internet. We can access through internet anywhere, anytime kind of stuff. Anywhere, any time you can access. Anywhere, anytime we can access. Okay. Anywhere, anytime you can access. Pay as you go. Pay as you go. What is pay as you go? Use as per your requirement. Pay as long as you are using it. Okay. Pay as you go means I'm using a server. I need a server with a 8 GB RAM, something 100 GB hard disk. Okay, 4 CPUs required. So I'm taking the server through internet. I'm using it, and then I use it for one month. I use it for 2 months. I use it for these many hours. have to pay.
We have to pay for storage in cloud.
Yes. Even for a storage also, like you want to store a data in S3 bucket, or you want to store in a anything in a cloud also, EVS. You are using storage services, you have to pay. Of course, we forget that one pay. Why? Because of Google is providing Google Drive, OneDrive from Microsoft, iCloud directory from iPhone, so not iCloud directory, iCloud from Apple. Okay, so we are getting limited space, 15 GB, 5 GB, 2 GB, like that. We are getting a limited space. And guys, cloud. When you got a question about a cloud, don't say answer is cloud is a storage. I am telling, do not say cloud is storage, because in a cloud services, storage can be one of the service. Okay,
Okay, sir.
like a Google Drive. There is a cloud storage services also there. But cloud does not mean only storage. There is several services are there. Google Drive, OneDrive from Microsoft, okay, iCloud, Apple Cloud it is, okay, Mega.NZ. So many things are there. Okay. It is a pay as you go, guys. So as long as you are using a server or an application or a network or storage from cloud, so pay as you go. I'm not adding more things. I'm adding only what is private cloud, just you know, but just revise before something they ask. If you are got any interviews, if you are attend an interview, maybe already, or maybe next week or something, I don't know. But once you are attend an interview, please post your questions in the WhatsApp group. Okay, anyone attend a interview meanwhile, so then please post your questions, so it is helpful for others and me also. Guys, we have a private cloud used by single tenant used by same organization. Means self-organization. It's not providing to anyone. Okay, so self-organization. Based on their business, they will get the money. Public cloud is multi-tenant. I think yesterday I had from one PPT. Otherwise, I will give it to you. Please refer that one. Okay, so you'll get more lines in it. Private cloud is designed and maintained by same organization. Created means maintained and used by same organization. Maintained, created. Okay, there is a capital expenditure, operational expenditure, everything done by same organization. Public is multi-tenant. Multi-tenant means it is maintained by service provider, cloud service provider, okay, and used by other organizations. It means AWS is there. I am using AWS. Savant is also using AWS. So different, like as a single user or a multi-users, or as a group of organization wise also they are using public. Public does not mean free, guys. Again, people will confuse between public and private is paid, public is free. No. Private is by their organization. Simple to understand, DMart, single DMart kind of. One entire building is DMart only. So everything is maintained by building maintenance, everything is by DMart only. Okay. Public is like a shopping mall. You have a different shops in the shopping mall, right? There's in shopping mall, they will rent, one is BB, one is Max, one is Pizza Hut, like this, different shops in one shopping mall. It's multi-tenant. It is maintained, the entire public is maintained by service provider and used by different organizations. Used by different users or an organization. Different users or an organizations. Hybrid, it's a combination of private and public. So I have a private cloud. Need
So
more.
which is a part of pay as you go, which you are explaining.
As you go. I will give one example. Simple. You hire a taxi.
No,
Okay,
sir. It is a. I'm asking that is it a part of pay as you go, which you are explaining, private public hybrid?
In public, it is pay as you go and hybrid also, because when you use public, you are using from service provider, right? There is a service provider. In private, it is not like that. Private by same organization, it's the pay as you go is not applicable here much. If it is same to same organization, the billing is different. Okay, it's a service provider wise thinking. Okay, yeah, anyway, correct. So guys, simple to understand pay as you go is you book a Uber cab, you get in, get out from somewhere you reach. So how much bill it is happen, you pay and say bye bye, right? So you don't need to pay for entire car or entire for driver kind of stuff. How much you are utilized and how much time you are utilized, how much you are utilized, pay for that one. That's it only for a cloud. In generally, that is what applicable for mainly for public. But anyway, it's public or private, it is applicable. Depends upon organization. Public is usually combination of private and public. Okay, I am a private cloud. I have a private cloud, but I need more infrastructure because that is not enough. I got new project, so I need a more infrastructure. So what I will do, I will get a public cloud and mix with my private. So then I will become a bigger size infrastructure. Cloud services. This is a cloud types. These are the cloud types. There are so many sentences are there, guys. Just for some part, I'm telling like this. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Where Active Directory, what I'm saying. Infrastructure as a service. Okay, infrastructure as a service means I want a server or I want a storage space. I want some network kind of stuff. So then I will go for a infrastructure as a service. I want to build an application, so I need a application supporting environment. One web application, think like an application, like a web application. So one web application contains multiple phases, right? You want to develop your own web application. Okay, so front end, back end, okay, middleware. These are all different kind of stuff in the application, like a delivering of HTML, like a web server will be there. So I want a web server to check my website. So in web server, I have HTML pages, CSS pages. And I want to run an application, so I need an application server. Okay, so I have a Java application, jar or where kind of apps will be run, and Tomcat application server means Tomcat or WebLogic servers. So it's application delivery purpose, application connectivity. Okay, database servers, backend database servers like a MySQL server is required for me, or Oracle SQL server is required for me for database servers. Okay, other incoming input like this. So nowadays we have a Node.js, React.js, Express.js, DynamoDBs, so many other things, containerizations. Okay, so you want to develop an application and run an application, so you need an environment, but that environment you cannot able to create in your organization or in your home, in your laptop. So what is the best thing? And you don't know that servers, connections, installations, that requirements, that entirely confusing. So I want to build and test and run and deploy any application. This platform as a service will be helpful. You guys understand platform as a service?
Repeat it again, means summarize it just.
Yeah, okay. When summarize the way, okay. So platform as a service is it is a service used to develop your own applications, web applications. That basic requirements, you will get it from platform as a service. Like you want to build a Java application, so you will get a Java runtime environment there. So you can develop a Java, you can run a Java in it. Simple to understand instead of telling so many words. Okay, sorry, I forget to bake. I'm telling this one now, so that's why I forget. No, just 2 minutes I will give you a break. Software as a service. Guys, you are using Office 365. I think I given that example, right? This Office 365 or Microsoft 365, best example for a software as a service. I am accessing direct application. I'm not running any application. I'm accessing an application. Google Docs, I'm accessing an application. Office 365, I'm accessing an application. Salesforce, I'm accessing Salesforce application. The last one is cloud service providers. Mainly,
Give this infrastructure as a service and platform as a service.
cloud service provider, mainly public wise, where we know Azure, AWS, GCP, Oracle means Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. IBM also providing some cloud services. IBM Cloud is there.
Google also providing service.
Which one?
Google Cloud.
Yeah, GCP, Google Cloud, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. AWS Amazon Web Service, Azure Microsoft. Okay, the digital version. Lot of cloud service providers, Rackspace. Okay.
As a service and infrastructure as a service also. Just like software as a service you told about Microsoft.
Okay. Infrastructure as service. You need example. AWS EC2. Virtual machines. Okay. S3 bucket storage. Okay. One or two examples. Azure virtual machines. Like you are accessing a server or a storage or a network kind of stuff. It comes under infrastructure as a service.
Okay, sir.
Platform as a service. AWS EBS, Elastic Beanstalk. EBS, not block storage. Elastic Beanstalk. Azure app service. App service. That is also you asked. That's important to know. Example for a services, one or two services. Okay, one or two examples are important. So it is Microsoft Office 365. It is earlier, it's Office 365, now it is Microsoft 365. Salesforce. Google Docs, don't forget. So my point is not the, okay, anyway, one part is completed. So what is Azure AD? Azure is a Microsoft cloud. Okay, Azure is a Microsoft cloud. AD means Active Directory. What is Azure AD? Active Directory services from Azure cloud. Active Directory services from Azure cloud. Okay, guys. For that point, I told this my story, but it is covered. So take a break. Come back in a 10-15 minutes. You need 5 is okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so even another 5 minutes extra also no problem. Let's take it.